I am so done with Muslims doing haram actions while claiming they had pure intentions. So I decided to address this matter in a video. Umar ibn al-Khattab radiyallahu an narrates that he heard Allah's Messenger sallallahu alaihi wasallam say, "Innama al-a'malu bin-niyyah." In order to properly understand this hadith, we first must understand the asbabul nuzul. This hadith addresses a situation where a man who had no intention of immigrating from Mecca to Medina sought the hand of a woman called Qais, but she refused to marry him unless he undertook the immigration to Medina. For this reason, he undertook the immigration and married her in Medina. The complete hadith is as follows. Actions are but by intentions. So whoever immigrated for Allah and His Messenger, then his immigration was for Allah and His Messenger. But whoever immigrated for some worldly gain, or to marry a woman, then his immigration was for the reason in which he immigrated. This man became known as the immigrant to Qais. Ah, what a love story. This hijrah was an obligatory act of ibadah. This man immigrated, as all the faithful Muslims of Mecca did, but his intentions rendered his otherwise pious act as one devoid of blessing. We can learn many important lessons from this incident, but as I am an idiot, I can only convey a few. I'm just saying. The ulama describe intentions as what distinguishes one act of worship from another, the reason or motivation behind an action. Intentions only count in matters of ibadah, and all Islamic deeds fall under ibadah. Not so with bad deeds. Therefore, intentions are not an issue as far as bad deeds are concerned. Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam stated, "Whoever intends to do a good deed, then does not do it, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will write it down as one complete hasanah. Whoever intends to do a good deed and then does it, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will write it down as 10 to 700 or more hasanah. Whoever intends to do a bad deed and does not do it, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will write it down as one complete hasanah. Whoever intends to do a bad deed and then does it, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will write it down as one complete sayya'ah." Therefore, we are never rewarded for bad deeds, even if good was intended. I'm just saying. Listen, let me holler at you. You cannot do bad deeds while claiming good intentions. إِنَّمَا الْعَمَلُ بِالنِّيَّةِ implies that no action is free of intention. And if you have consciously done a bad deed, then your intention was indeed to do bad. My bad. No Islamic good can come from what is clearly Islamically bad. It is only refraining from bad deeds that is worthy of blessing. Often we witness Muslims justifying their bad deeds with claims of good intentions, instead of spending their time striving toward good. Brother, who do you think you are? You ain't no sheikh. Correct. However, I do play one online. I'm just saying. A good and pure intention is necessary for a deed to be accepted, but even this is not enough. The deed in and of itself must also be correct. إِنَّمَا الْعَمَلُ بِالنِّيَّةِ informs us that even when doing good deeds, deeds that may count as ibadah, the intentions should be purely for the pleasure of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And the purification of intentions is the prerequisite to being rewarded for blessed actions. One sheikh said, "The hardest thing about action is purifying the intention." Fatima radiallahu anha was known to wear drab, coarse clothing as not to attract strange men. This was a blessed act with good and pure intentions. However, if this same act was done to gain pity, it would have been devoid of reward. Good actions with bad intentions are also void of reward. And bad actions coupled with so-called good intentions leads to bid'ah. Many Muslims today are engaging in unfounded practices, claiming that it produces good. These acts are not just devoid of blessing, but they are a source of great sin as well. كُلِّ بِدْعَةٍ ضَلَالَةٍ وَكُلِّ ضَلَالَةٍ فِي النَّارِ. I'm just saying. Ariya is the great destroyer of good deeds. Hassan al-Basri, rahmatullah alayh, said, I swear by him in whose hand is my soul, no one feels safe from showing off except a hypocrite, and no one fears showing off except a believer. You may be wondering, is it possible to have a dual intention for one action and that action be accepted by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala? No, no, no. The Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wasallam stated, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said in one hadith Qudsi, I am in no need of partners, so whoever does a deed for others as well as me, I leave his deed for the others. Ooh, told you so. I'm just saying. O Muslims, it is time that we start purifying our actions as well as intentions so that our deeds would benefit us on Judgment Day. This has been Saud Imam for dawahworks. Assalamu alaikum.